Yes, and yes, indeed. Once again, check it to wreck it. Let's begin. Party people, are you ready to have some fun? I'm ready to have some fun. This is the Logan Summit Show. I am Logan Summit, and today we have a fighter who is truly en fuego right now, getting it done on a 5-win streak right now because he's 5-0, hasn't lost a pro fight yet. This is my new best friend, Devin Parrish. How you doing today, my friend?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, but I try to wake up like that. Bro, so like I just said, you are 5-0 right now on a 5-win streak. What does it feel to be a pro fighter going 5-0? Come right out of the gates.
I mean, it feels good, man. I mean, it's obviously when you turn pro, there's a lot of pressure going behind it, and so I'm very happy with how it's been so far. Hopefully, I can keep it up for a long time.
What was the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome going from amateur to pro?
Um, I- it's tough to say. I mean, because I worked hard as an amateur and I fought in some national tournaments, and so I fought some good competition over there. I mean, honestly, off the top of my head, losing the weight. I fought at 56 as an amateur. I'm fighting now at 49 and eventually 47 as a pro. So the weights, yeah, getting down in weight, but also just the mentally at first not knowing what to expect, the unknown. I had 60 amateur fights, so I got pretty accustomed to it. The pros was something new, so just mentally being prepared for that unknown.
Well, I have done commentating for USA Boxing, so I know the struggles, the trials and tribulations of what it takes to be an amateur and get to that pro circuit. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I'm super glad that you're doing it, man, and I know you are as well. You're from Chicago. It's the
Yep.
Windy City. What's the fight scene like in Chicago?
I mean, a lot of tough fighters, that's for sure. A lot of the sparring can get real intense. Real tough guys, real durable guys. I feel that right now we're struggling a little bit. Opportunity wise, there's not a lot of shows going on.
Mhm.
There's some real good fighters from Chicago that just don't have a lot of backing behind them, so they don't have a huge name. But like I said, there's not a lot of big names right now from Chicago, but there's a lot of guys that could be big names if they just had the right platform.
Well, on May 17th, you will be fighting for, yeah, check it out, Christy Martin Promotions. That's a blast from the past. Hey, she's got a special on Netflix. Go check that out.
Oh, I
I
watched
watched.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great, right?
yeah.
Wow. Man, the story behind her, right? And well, every fighter, every person has a story, but every athlete definitely has a story. And Christy has one. And you will be fighting on her promotion on May 17th. And you will be going against the 4-0 Stephen Thomas. Have you watched any tape on him? Do you know what you have over Steven that's going to bring you home to that victory?
Honestly, no. I looked for tape. I couldn't find any. But from what I seen, obviously he's 4-0, so he's gonna be there to fight. He's gonna try. But I believe in myself and in the work I've put in. So I believe that if I focus on myself and I do all the right things, that it'll be another same result as the last five.
Well, you know what? You're kind of a knockout artist at this point, man. Do you have a call? Are you going to go for that knockout? Are you going to keep the winning streak alive? And if so, uh, when you get the knockout, what round will it be?
Uh, that's tough to say. I mean, he's probably gonna be tougher than my last opponents. All my last opponents were the first round, so
Yeah, they were.
I'll give him 3 rounds maybe.
And actually, Antoine, he actually quit after the first round. You
Yeah,
brought him to retirement. They threw the towel in and said, "No, no, no, no. I've had enough. I'm going to take my ball in my bat. I'm out." No.
yeah. That pressure, man. People don't like that pressure.
Well, you know what? and now that there's content creators doing boxing and MMA, there have been times where I've been at shows where fights haven't happened because the creator can't make the walk from the back of the house to the ring. The anxiety takes over, the lights, the people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that adrenaline dump that a lot of pro fighters experience within their first few fights. Did you have that as you went from amateurs to pros?
Yeah, my second pro fight actually against Antoine, the one that quit. That fight, because my first fight, I mean, I was nervous my first fight, but I don't know, I got caught with a shot early on in that first fight, and it kind of like woke me up, and then I started just letting my hands go, and I ended up stopping him in like 50 seconds. But the second fight, even though he had a bad record, he had like 46 pro fights, and so going into that, and everyone kept telling me he's a lot better than what his record says.
Right.
And so I was definitely overthinking it a little bit, and I was definitely nervous going into that fight. And in that fight, I like when I get nervous, I don't freeze, I over try, and that was my problem in that fight. I just over wasn't thinking about defense or anything like that. I was just trying to just throw 100 punches around and just go. Everything was trying to knock him out, and so I didn't like the way I looked that fight. But like I said, he quit after the first round, so it didn't
at
turn
the
out
yeah, at the end of the day, it all worked out to your benefit.
for sure.
Sometimes we get caught up in the moment, right? And that's what happens sometimes to fighters. They see that fire in their opponent's eyes dwindle, be extinguished in that moment. You're like, oh, I got this. I'm just gonna jump on them and get them going. And I know that you can burn yourself out from that, or you
Yeah.
can retire your opponent from that. It's one or the other, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I look at it, I mean, obviously the result was what I wanted, but I wasn't happy with my performance. I perform best when I can stay calm. And in that fight I wasn't thinking calmness. So I know moving forward that's my goal every time I go in a fight is just stay calm and let the knockout come naturally.
Yes, yes. Punches and bunches, right? Upstairs, downstairs, and back upstairs one more time. That's what'll get it done. Use the jab, as we've been talking in every interview. The jab has come up. You got to use it to set up all the rest of your punches. And I know that with a 5-0 record, you are already doing it. So that's one of the concerns that you had. You didn't like the way you looked, but you've made adjustments. What types of things were you working on in this camp with your trainers?
Staying like the same thing, staying calm. Not getting too aggressive. Aggression comes naturally, power comes naturally for me. So not loading up on my punches. If I having better timing, catching my opponents in between their punches, things like that. But yeah, not over trying. Just staying calm, working on skills and things like that.
Well, if I was Steven, what I would try to do is bring you to some later rounds because no one's seen you out of the first round. We don't know if your cardio's good. Have you been running? Have you been out on the streets? Are you on the bike? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, that's the funny thing, man. I like in sparring and stuff. I'm known for having the worst round's always my worst round, or the first round's always my worst round. I start slow, man. I work real hard, and so sometimes sore and stiff and things like that. So it takes me a couple rounds to warm up, and I haven't got a chance to show that in the pros. But in the amateurs, my third round was always my best round. So I think as I keep going, as the competition steps up, people will see how hard I work.
Well, you know what? Due diligence always pays off. And in the fight game, if you're not working hard, somebody else is doing it. So you always have to be out there trying your best, trying your hardest, putting your best foot forward. And it takes a lot of self motivation to be a fighter, to get up in the morning and realize that you're going to go to work and get hit in the face a few times. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Uh, the passion for this. I mean, I've been doing this for free for a long time. So, it's yeah, the passion for it, and then just wanting to reach my full potential in life. Want to reach my full. This is the path I chose in life, and I wanna go as far as I possibly can. And this is I don't have a plan B, so I want to go all the way with this.
Well, I'm in Viva Las Vegas, so you are all in on yourself, and I like that because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Uh, Devin, I'm really excited to see this fight on May 17th with Christy Martin Promotions. You will be going against the 4-0 Stephen Thomas. But before we get to the end of our day, it's time to play 5 questions. Yeah, we've got Devin Parrish. He's 5-0 on a 5-win streak. Professional boxer, looking good. Gonna show it off and show up on May 17th. You can catch that right here on millions.co. 5 Questions is brought to you by Newer. If you're a content creator, either a pro or an amateur, it doesn't matter. Go on over to newer.com, use code Logan. I'll save you 20% off of pro gear at amateur pricing. I couldn't have led into that any better than we have with the pro and amateur stuff. That just worked really well. Yeah, great interviews. And it's even better when you tell the audience how great that segue was. Boom. All right. Devin, it's time for 5 questions. You're from Chi-Town. If I'm visiting Chicago, what's your favorite place to go? What do I need to check out?
What you talking about, restaurant wise or just in general?
Eddie, when you go to the city, what's the first thing you're looking to do?
Oh well, if I'm going to the city, I usually go there with my girl and go to the lake in the summer. Obviously, it's cold in the winter, but yeah, going to Lake Michigan. But they got a lot of good restaurants, so we'll
All right,
go to
what's your
get
favorite
food.
restaurant?
Top of my head, Low Country. I like seafood. It's a seafood place.
Ooh, I
It's
like
real good.
seafood too. You
Yeah.
dig oysters, bro?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, man, I love some oysters. I'm actually famous for Roland took a bunch of us creators out to dinner one time at this very fancy Japanese steakhouse, and I looked around at the table and I ordered oysters. And one of the younger guys goes, "I can't believe you just ordered oysters." And I go, "I ordered them for the table.
Yeah.
They're not just for me. Those are oysters for the table."
Yeah, I go through them quick.
They're awesome. All right, question number 2. Who, in your humble opinion, is the best pound per pound fighter in the world, either today or in the past? It's up to you.
Today, Terrence Crawford. Overall, all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, everybody says Floyd. You know
Yeah.
what? And we talked about it. I said, is it Sugar Ray Leonard? Is it Mike Tyson? Is it Muhammad Ali? Is it George Foreman? Is it Floyd Mayweather? I mean, it's not Jake Paul. I
Nah,
mean,
for
we,
sure.
we know we know it's not Jake Paul. Love you, Jake, but and you know what? How do you feel about uh this content creator boxing and MMA? Where do you stand on that?
I don't hate on it because if it brings eyes to the sport, I think it's good. Jake Paul's done, I think, good stuff for the sport. Some of the other content creator stuff is, I think, silly, but Jake Paul, I mean, I give him credit. He's not fought a lot of boxers, but he's fought real fighters, and
Mhm.
he brings eyes to the sport, and he has a promotional company that brings a lot of fighters, gets them paid and stuff. So, yeah, if they're getting fighters paid, I don't hate on it.
Absolutely, and when it first came out, I mean, my first fight was I watched in second or fourth grade. I'm not exactly sure. I'm 46, so a long time ago. It was Hagler against Sugar Ray Leonard, World War II. So I've been watching boxing and fight MMA for my entire life. And when this creator boxing first started to be a thing, one of my best friends is over at Flow. He owns Happy Punch Promotions, and he's a Gracie Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt as well. And I said to him, I go, I don't like all this nonsense, man. And he goes, no, this is the best thing for the sport. He goes, what do you hate about boxing right now? I go, it's convoluted. There's no one can tell you who's got a belt. There's 8,000 belts. There's all these weight classes that don't mean anything outside of boxing. And I said, I don't like that about it. He goes, yeah, well, Jake is going to bring eyes to the sport. He's going to get these fighters paid because there is a 1% of fighters
Yeah,
that get paid a real lot of money.
yeah.
And then there's everybody else.
Exactly, and he's allowing the up and comers to make a name for himself. So I appreciate what he's doing for the sport.
Would you fight him?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's a little heavier than me, but yeah, the money I'd make off of that, of course.
Yeah. You know what? Give me a little bit of that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right. Question number 3. And this is usually, by the way, dependent on how old the person is, how they answer this question. LeBron or Jordan? Who's the GOAT?
Jordan, I'm from Chicago,
Oh,
but Jordan.
I mean, you are from Chicago. If you said LeBron, I'm pretty sure somebody would knock down your door and drag you out into the street.
Yeah, I watched The Last Dance twice, man. Jordan, I love his mindset, everything about it. So yeah, Jordan.
That dude is on a different level of craziness on it. And just, I mean, besides the basketball, just everything he does, he has to be the best at it.
Yeah,
I mean, just the talk of all the gambling that they did in the literally throwing cards against a wall in the back. Like, I mean, they were playing with dice and stuff. This was street games. And
yeah,
Jordan's like, yo, let me let me get like 50 grand on that one. Like what was it? Come on. And then he went into baseball and everybody gives him a hard time. He had like 6 game winning home runs. He batted in the 260s, which, by the way, if anybody hasn't played baseball for 11 years, I'd like to see you bat in the 260s and get a bunch of game winning home runs. That's pretty
Yeah.
darn good. I mean, he's obviously not going to be the same as he was at basketball, but he's pretty close in golf. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's a winner in everything he does, but his the work ethic and his mindset, that's what he's one of my favorite people.
Did you have a poster of him on your wall when you were growing up?
No, no, I wasn't as big of a fan of him growing up because he was before. I mean, I was born in '99, so
Right.
he was before my time. I was a big fan of Derrick Rose growing up, but Michael Jordan later on in life, I started to like him more and more.
All right, question number 4. You're going to have to look inward for this one, my friend.
Okay.
What keeps you up at night?
Uh, my future. Thinking about my future. Thinking about where I'm gonna go, and yeah, I try to stay in the moment. I try to not overthink stuff, but I really want to make things happen with my life. So yeah, just trying to plan out my future.
Now, do you use visualization as part of your pre-fight rhetoric?
Yeah, yeah, I started getting into like the power of the mind a couple years ago.
Mhm.
And so in the mornings I practice meditation and at night visualization. And yeah, try to do whatever I can to allow me to reach my potential in this. So yeah, that's definitely part of it.
You know what? That's some good stuff. Meditation in the morning and visualization at night. That'll do it. Even as a broadcaster, when I have to commentate boxing or MMA or anything really, I visualize some of the things that will be that could happen and my response to them. And then this is kind of funny. People laugh at me for this. And then I visualize everybody telling me what a great job I did.
Yeah, for sure. Very yeah, you gotta exaggerate the
Yep.
visualization. You gotta make it. You gotta be perfect in the visualization. So
Yeah, perfect practice makes perfect, right? That's what John
yeah.
Wooden said over at UCLA. All right, last question of 5 questions with my good friend Devin Parrish, who will be fighting on Christy Martin Promotions on May 17th. He'll be going up against the 4-0 Stephen Thomas. Last question. Hey, man, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Perfect cereal.
Yeah.
I don't I don't really eat cereal, man.
Too many carbs? Too much
Yeah,
sugar?
yeah. It's not the carbs. It's just I eat clean. I mean, I'll eat like for breakfast I have like oatmeal and a banana and like some honey. So I have carbs, but it's a little better fuel.
All right, so then let's go. Let's go. I've basically asked everybody this question thus far. All right, so fight's over. What's the first thing you're gonna grab to eat?
That's tough. I probably go to Buffalo Wild Wings if you know what that is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'll get some cheese curd burger, some fries, something like that.
you hear that, Buffalo Wild Wings? He uses Buffalo Wild Wings to fuel his fury in his fists, and I love alliteration. Hey, do you train in any particular type of athletic wear that like the last fighter I interviewed, he loves to train in Puma gear. Do you have any affiliation with any brands that you rock?
Yeah, well, Jordan, and Nike.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
You wear Jordans in the ring?
Yeah, yeah, for like not so much. Obviously, in my fight, my shoes are Everlast stuff. But I wear Jordan socks for all my fights. I got 23 on the back of them. But in
Nice.
training, yeah, like today, I had Nike shorts and a Jordan shirt on.
All right, so we know Buffalo Wild Wings, and we know that Chicago, that Chi-Town love for Jordan. Is there any particular energy drink or like vitamin water or something along those lines that you use to help fuel you while training?
Well, I use some of the snack supplement.
Mhm.
So they have a little pre-workout. And yeah, then I have I mean, I drink coffee, and then I have Gatorade after I train and stuff. But yeah, it's a
Yeah, you know what? You don't hear a lot of fighters being like, I drink like a pot of French press coffee and then I go fight.
yeah, like that's what I have right here is a cup of coffee.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what you should try is oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was on Shark Tank. It's like True Coffee or Pure Coffee or something like that. That's not the name. I'll email you what
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of 5 questions. Now, Devin, here's the time. This is for you. I want you to talk about everybody that's helped you get here. I want you to talk about your team. I want you to talk about your sponsors. I want you to talk about anything that you want to. This is your time.
As far as who's helped me get here, I mean, it's a lot of people. It's hard to know where to start. My dad for sure. My dad, he financially has helped me in a lot of ways. Allowed me to focus a lot of time on this. My girlfriend for sure. She supports me 100%. Allows me. It's a there's a lot. It's a time consuming sport, and I live far from the gym, so and I work and stuff, so it takes a lot of time for me, and so she supports me a lot. And then yeah, my team, my coach, obviously now Christy after being signed with her, um, and um, and yeah, just the whole like family, teammates, my girl, everyone's plays a part and help me get where I'm at.
It takes a village, right? That's what they always say. No one ever gets there on their own. If it wasn't for networking and the people behind you, um, doing it all by yourself is a very lonely road. So I'm glad that you
For
have the
sure,
support system there because as a fighter, I mean, you're always filled with self doubt in the back of your head, just like all of us. I mean,
for sure,
fighters are people just like everyone else, and they go through the same emotions that everyone else goes through. The question is how they use it to motivate and how they use that in the ring and in their training to benefit themselves and get themselves head straight. So I like that, man. I like where your head's at. I think nothing but I see a win. I see Stephen Thomas being 4-1, and you raising the roof, going 6-0. I'm
yep.
calling it right now. It's happening May 17th on Christy Martin Promotions. Devin Parrish against Stephen Thomas. You have to be there. Somebody's going to go and have a loss on the record. He's 5-0. His opponent, Stephen, is 4-0. Somebody's going to end up with a loss. It's going to be a barn burner. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Devin, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being here as well. Do me a favor. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a
For
party
sure.
star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud, and last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe. I've got 2 more interviews today. Devin Parrish is in the house, and on May 17th, he's going to be throwing the Fist of Fury. Christy Martin Promotions. It's all going down against Stephen Thomas. Best of luck to you, Devin. I can't wait to see you raise your hand in victory.
Thank you, man. It was good talking to you.
It was my pleasure.